A long, long time ago, in a country not so very far from yours, a little boy saw Star Wars: The Return of the Jedi for the first time. Oh no, this little boy didn't start with A New Hope, as we've all come to call it today. No, this little boy started with the last movie in the entire trilogy. Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker. The story of his tragic fall to the dark side is legendary and will become, nay, is, a tale as old as time soon enough. Everybody has always loved Vader. He's terrifying, but depressed. He's powerful, but human. He's relatable in the eyes of many people. But in the memory of this little boy was not that of the half-human cyborg and his terrifying mask. No. Etched in my memory will always be this. Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious, master of Darth Vader and the architect of the Jedi's extinction. A being so evil, even Satan wouldn't welcome him to hell. Today, I'll give you a few very simple reasons why, in my opinion, Emperor Palpatine is one of the greatest villains in fiction of all time. Let's get these first few facts out of the way. He's Darth Vader's master. Even if several comics and other media has painted Vader as rebellious towards the Emperor, that's not what you first gathered from getting introduced to the Emperor. Vader follows his master's command with every whim. After a few short scenes, you really understand how much Vader fears him.
You don't know the power of the dark side. I must obey my master.
That there is no use in resisting the Emperor's power. At first glance, you think, but it's just an old dude in a robe. Oh, how mistaken you were when you thought that. As soon as his smile starts to crack on his lips, you know he's toying with Luke and Vader. He's having so much fun. And so am I, watching his every move in awe. Part of this amazement comes from the fact that Ian McDiarmid, Palpatine's actor, plays him so extremely well. And yes, somewhat campy even, but that is also what makes him so scary. The Emperor is just being himself. He isn't worried about what anyone thinks of him. He's the Emperor and he holds absolute power over everyone. He's so gleefully evil and captivating, he sucks you in like a black hole, which is exactly what he is described as in other Star Wars media. Emperor Palpatine is the quintessential villain. He's so overwhelmingly powerful and evil that even the protagonist, Luke Skywalker, the purest example of hope embodying somebody, and no, don't let Disney tell you different, even questions himself on whether he should just give up. The Emperor's arrogance, however, would prove to be his downfall. We all remember how Vader saved the galaxy in the end, throwing his master down a shaft, seemingly ending his life for good. Then, we get to the prequel movies, the most loved and hated film trilogy in all of Hollywood. The discussion about these movies would never see an end, not even to this day. Say what you will about the prequel trilogy, but you can't deny that Ian McDiarmid again did a fantastic job as Palpatine. We get to see how his climb to power begins, how he's at first only a career politician, which is pretty hilarious considering how he's also the most evil character in Star Wars fiction. He crafts a carefully laid web around the entire galaxy, starting wars while cloaked in shadows. Nobody even knows that his Sith persona exists at first. Even his own henchmen, except for Darth Maul, knows his true intentions. And even he, we soon learn, was only a tool to further Palpatine's goal. Then we get to the sequel movies. Oh wow. Alright, don't get me started on those. While I didn't hate them, they missed some major marks, like the Return of the Emperor. What struck me the worst was how he hurriedly gets introduced into the third movie, The Rise of Skywalker. We get to know that it's been Palpatine all along pulling the strings, which was something that a lot of fans expected, but it wasn't executed well over the 3 films. And then we get to his reason for existing. Supposedly, he's now all the Sith combined in one body, and Rey is all the Jedi. What? What the hell, J.J. Abrams and Disney? No, the Emperor is absolute evil, not because he's Sith. He's considered Sith because he's absolutely evil. He's the strongest, most evil person to ever be counted as Sith, Hell, he didn't even need the Sith in the first place. He only used Sith knowledge because he craved knowledge. What I love about the Emperor in the prequels and what I love about George Lucas is how he honed in on the fact that Palpatine is so deliciously evil. No, he's not the Emperor for the good of the galaxy. He's not some misunderstood advisor who got betrayed by somebody that he loves. No, Disney! Don't do it! He's absolute evil because he loves to be evil.
Do it.
He's a psychopath to the very core. He's a murderer, he's a monster, and he knows it. He loves it. He doesn't hate, no. He just loves manipulating, killing, and destroying. Hate, no. That's Vader's business. He's the worst, the absolute worst. Even Joker would have a hard time agreeing with Palpatine's methods. Or would he? In all honesty, they might have become best buds. But wait, Joker is chaotic while the Emperor wants order. Now that's what is so interesting about the Emperor. Despite how much destruction he's caused, despite the millions, even billions, and maybe trillions of lives he's ended, he seeks order. But that is what he is. He's absolute order personified. He's power.